underscore eyes 205 live on air.
Toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Auburn Tigers taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Rebels will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
And the Tigers racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Line getting set on second down. The give on the inside. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll try to pick up the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Tigers have their offense in high gear.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. No huddle here for the offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing those pads.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Bentley. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Ole Miss 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And off from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Dropping back, it's Dart. He makes the connection.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. Oh, he dropped it! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
you can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle, and he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. The sure hands. It's Watkins.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go, whether you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
On the move, it's Parrish. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Dart. That's a 5. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try the run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped for. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped for. With the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are, we're going to keep doing what we do, we're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs flowing. You just can't do it better.
He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender needing heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking for space. It's Cobb. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback checking the play. To throw, it's Thorne. Zings it complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He caught it! Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bentley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem.
And down he goes back at the 3. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's back to throw on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He steps up. Can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second. He thought about bringing that out for a half second. And they'll bring it to the 25. And they'll bring it to the 25. Offense set on first down. Looking for room. It's Etienne. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. Bulldogs pulled one out of the fire and beat Auburn in a close one the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a really good one in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. We've seen so many great games in this matchup, and that was one of them. But Georgia came away with it, and Auburn got to think about that for a whole year.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite an Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires on the run. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They run the reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Quickly complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
It settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Tigers will hustle for the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Lambert Smith.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Etienne. Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Thorne. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Auburn lines up quickly. Power football with the run. Makes the stop at the 49, giving 5 yards on the play and a first down. Tempo in overdrive. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the run.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athlete.
It's a fumble! And the ball's out there after it. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. He's loose down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
To the football, sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarm into the football, great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Grab near the marker is Alston. Got a lot of running room. And tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Trying to run it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Trying to find his man on first down. Moving away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He makes the catch. And he breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to pass it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Fair catch, called for and made. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. He's going to throw deep right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, get ready to come back in this game.
Pulls his way forward. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. The short hands is caught. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Alston. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the pass is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. ready to go back to work on offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Thorne. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Pressure coming. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Dogs headed quickly to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Ealing going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in an easy position to get a score.
Looking to throw, it's Thorne. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown Bulldogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film. but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Etienne. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Working the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On second down, wants to throw. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
How about this? These guys are going for two. He's looking to throw. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he made the extra point without problem. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you...
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia. And the beatdown has ensued. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We'll get a little bit of that there. You can take a knee, you can run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia 50, Auburn 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down.
15, and your Auburn number.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Quick pass on the fly motion. Still on his feet at the 35. Running toward the tape. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation. This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' season, as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Line gets set, first down. On the run, it's Hunter. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Auburn lines up quickly.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Handoff from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. It's Thorne. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Leaves it with the back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
In the red zone. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Auburn 7, Oklahoma 0.
First down to start the drive after the break.
29 Philly, 2-9.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second down coming up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Back to pass. It's Arnold. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Makes his connection. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Offense, quick tempo. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for room, it's Alston. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24. This offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Thorne. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here. You go to halftime feeling really good about things. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he reels it in inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. He's looking to throw it. Buying some time. Trying to make magic with... Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down. They answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. That one bounced through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run at the 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The snap sets up the throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, free safeties have to be great center fielders, right? They got to play in so much space, and in man coverage, they know there's going to be routes breaking over the middle of the field. So you got to be able to put your foot in the ground and then accelerate. And that's exactly what he did on that interception. Awesome play.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch. And still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Auburn going to work with another first down. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll run it from the gun. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
offensively. And are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
With the catch, it's Cobb. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it down the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma 13, Auburn 10.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. The Tigers in the hurry up. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires and picked off. Past the 50, the 40, at the 20. Touchdown Sooners! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Hey, midfield, he's got room. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Getting some heat. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up.
Able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shakes off the tackle. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Off play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The offense set for a 1st down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome everyone to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second. Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that Eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. But you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback. Behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a Classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game for Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll put. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll put. Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Thoreau Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Auburn Tigers taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback checking the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Auburn lines up quickly.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Thorne. Finds his man down the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now fresh set of downs.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Finds a spot in the middle. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man quickly. Running with power. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Alston. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's right on target. Touchdown, Auburn! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Final play of the quarter coming. To the ground with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Missouri 0.
To the ground, he's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Missouri wants to go fast. Leaves it with the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
just when they're looking one. Now up top. Quick completion on the out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. The run to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To the air, it's Cook. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not when 3rd down is coming. Up tempo for the offense. He'll keep it on the draw. He just needed a... And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not when 3rd down is coming. Hard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
On the play. Now, 4th down.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try it on the ground. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains, to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Looking for the score! And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Hines is man enough for the first. Touchdown, Missouri! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trail a little bit in the first half, stay calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
To the air, it's Thorne. He lost one down the sideline. And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. On a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Wow, what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Going with the ground game left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Well, he is hard to bring down.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. These corners going to give them some space. DB's right up on the receivers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 4th down attempts. They'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to take off. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Missouri will snap it in the red zone.
Black 24. Black 24. Griffin. Gaucho.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snags it. Touchdown, Tiger. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled after picking up the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to run, it's Alston. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Headed to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, Auburn.
And now they're going to go for 2, and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. He'll set up to throw. He is in there. The 2-point conversion gives them the lead. And what lower intestinal fortitude to go for it there. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in him? What's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Coming after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Defense looks like they're coming. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team. And that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick off to get us underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Makes the quick grab. being most efficient. Pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Alabama pushing the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying out to the left. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, it's Hunter. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that.
It's a fumble on the play. A defense scoops it up in there, bringing it back.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great effort, getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. That's caught. It's Cobb. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting it drive off the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
The give to the tailback. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. On the ground, it's Alston. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up on the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Then really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A quick pass to the left. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. The throw to the outside is complete. Knocked down for the tackle. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail,
And the quarterback is snowed under.
and it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. And as he throws, grabs it in the middle. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl was a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man in the middle. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really go to the next time.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his man. It's Cobb.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why
Here comes that Alabama offense.
you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into half.
Trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Trying to get to it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unloads it left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Defense had his number on this one. They should have got a sack there in the pocket on 3rd down. He was able to escape, but nobody quit on the back end. Everybody doing a great job in coverage, forcing the incompletion and forcing 4th down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, first half being that aggressive.
And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. You can't walk very far in these parts without being greeted with a War Eagle. And boy, do they hope it will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Quarterback empties his backfield. The back goes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's loose. He's at the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Auburn to the line in a hurry. From the gun, running back on the move. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Alston. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. And off from the shotgun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Give to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Thorne. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. The give out of the gun. He'll get that one all the way down. Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions. And one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
22 Spiders. 4-2.
They'll try the run. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
So runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those running plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a guy, extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the 1st down. Great job, great read.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Oh, what a grab by the defense! The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And that should be enough for a first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Tigers want to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty and it's a turnover.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll get rid of it. Got it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Allard. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He's looking to throw. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen and he dropped the pass.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession when you're coming off the field.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Power football with the run. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Throws for the tight end, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the handoff. Makes him talk to the hand. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
That's the end of the first half, with the game tied.
The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get some credit.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Takes a handoff. It's Hunter. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Auburn lines up quickly. Right back to the well. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. No huddle, offense to the line. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Quick strike complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Auburn going to work with another first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And that one will give them the lead.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 33, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Oh, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
42 Slider.
It's a draw. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
On the play. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Auburn 7 and 0.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front. And that's exactly what happened on that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Fires to the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Number 13.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, Dave.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Good pick. Pick up on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the...
Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the...
Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW. Every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And here's the return. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Offense set on first down. The give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Using his legs, it's Alston. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick, He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He would just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Wants to throw on third down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Cobb. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He's going to bring it out from deep. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
All right, let's get it. These DBs going to give a little cushion.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out of the gun, the inside give.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered in.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Thorne. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball, too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one. A 57-yard attempt. To give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Now on 2nd down. Corner's going to give them room. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Now adjusting. And that pass intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
And the ball is intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. The wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so they can win this game.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
On the run, it's Haynes. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bernard. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. To the ground with the back. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Smashes ahead. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 7, Alabama 3.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to pass on second down. Feeling some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Now improvising. Headed to the end zone. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown time! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Scanning the field, it's Thorne. Snags it over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The inside handoff. Got room at the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Got a lot of running room. The 20. Touchdown, Bama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, In a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of...
Off he goes. A 20, 10. Touchdown Auburn. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Number 33, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Reads it, fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That
touchdown, Alabama! And in the final moments, they take it
been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback checking off. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I'll tell you, on offense, I don't know if that's the guy to be attacking, especially at this point of the game, fourth quarter. He's one of the best in the country. He knocks that one down. I think there's other places you can go with the football here.
Lost a fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Burton. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He's looking to throw on third and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Going up top on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with a losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.